Good evening. Our big story tonight. George Zimmerman granted bail and perhaps just hours away from freedom. The man charged with murdering Trayvon Martin will be released on just a $150,000 bond. Zimmerman apologized publicly to Trayvon's parents in court today, and the prosecutor grilled him about it. Listen to this.
Why did you wait so long to tell Mr. Martin and the victim's mother, the father and mother, why did you wait so long to tell them?
I was told not to communicate with them.
Dramatic moments in court early today. We'll get to all the new details in just a moment. Well-known Florida attorneys to weigh in now on our big story. It's trial lawyer Roy Black and Jeff Ashton, former prosecutor and author of the book Imperfect Justice. Fascinating comments there, I thought, from the two judges who know Florida well. Let me start with you, if I may, Jeff Ashton. As a former prosecutor, did they have a point there? I mean, what did you make of what they were saying?
Well, I don't really agree with at least the last commentator. You know, it is not unusual at all for a witness, the cross-examination of a witness to be limited based on what's asked in direct. That happens every day in the courtrooms I've been in. So I was not at all surprised that Judge Lester didn't allow free rein to the prosecution in questioning on cross-examination. So I felt that this Arthur hearing was handled about as I expected. I didn't expect the prosecutor to present a whole lot of evidence. I expected them to present the affidavit. To correct one of the judges who just spoke, the defense called the investigator, not the prosecutor, and the defense seemed very prepared to cross-examine essentially the investigator about what he said in the affidavit and why, and I thought that was done very well. But I felt the prosecution in this case planned on presenting as little as they needed to in order to have the Arthur hearing. So I don't agree with the last two commentators that this was somehow done incompetently. It didn't seem that way to me at all.
Roy Black, you've been a defense attorney for many years. Would you be confident if you were defending George Zimmerman now from everything you've seen, read and heard?
Well, Piers, I was really sort of shocked watching this hearing. I mean, the state gave these press conferences. They give excellent press conferences saying they do this very detailed examination. They charge this man with murder, yet they back it up with nothing in court. They say this man is a danger to the community, so he shouldn't be released, and they don't present any evidence that proves any of that. I mean, I'm very shocked that the state did not put forth any real evidence to support this charge.
I mean, does that mean they don't have any evidence, or does it mean they're holding it back for the full trial? I mean, what does your gut tell you?
Well, it may be they're holding it back, but how can you go in as an elected prosecutor saying we've charged this man with murder? Not only that, but we think he's a danger to the community, so we ought to keep him in jail. But then not to present any evidence to prove that. That's what lawyers do. Our job is to come to court and present evidence to a judge in a bail hearing like this. The judge wasn't presented with any evidence that this man was a danger to the community. He wasn't presented with any real evidence that this man was guilty of murder. How do you expect a judge to do a decent job in making a ruling when you don't give him any evidence?
Yeah, it's certainly a fascinating case. Today was just one of many dramatic days, and I guess we'll all just have to wait and see how this trial unravels. But for now, Jeff Ashton and Roy Black, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.